Hey, what's going on, everybody? Short Circuit here, back with another, YouTube video this time. So instead of gameplay, I wanted to do something a little different. I wanted to talk about something that's kind of near and dear to my heart here. So I consider myself a very not casual but not hardcore Destiny player, right? Because generally speaking, I play solo. So just fair warning, I haven't done all the raids. I haven't done I haven't done like trials or anything like that. Well, I did trials at least once, but we just had a crew together. So and by and large, I play by myself. Anyway, I want to talk just real quick about Destiny 2 and its future. Now, going back, I definitely I didn't pre-order this game, Destiny 1 anyway, back in, I think it was 2014, I think. Maybe I'm wrong on that when it first came out. But I got the game, and I just absolutely loved it. A lot of my friends got the game as well, and they hated it right off the bat. But I was one of the few in my close circle that actually really, really enjoyed the game, because I'm a big fan of the I guess space kind of first-person shooter kind of thing, because I come from Halo, right? So this spoke to my heart in a certain way. That being said, there were ups and downs. I think with Destiny 1, I ran out of stuff to do pretty quickly, but I still had fun with the game because I didn't mind replaying the content. But eventually, after playing for like 2 or 3 years straight, I did get kind of burnt out on it, to where I just kind of put the game down and didn't really touch it again until Destiny 2 came out. And then once Destiny 2 came out, I jumped right back in. But over the course of vanilla Destiny, and especially like with Taken King, House of Wolves, those kinds of expansions, I definitely came back and played. But I never really came back and stayed too long. But I would always come back and play for like a good amount of time, put it down for a good amount of time, keep coming back and keep coming back. This game, I just wanted to keep loving it. I wanted to love it so bad, but it just so many little things just made me just kept pushing me away. And I was like, Destiny, why are you doing this to me? Because I love you so much, and I want to love you, and let me love you, right? But it just never worked out that way. But I have to say, over the course of what's it been? 5-6 years that we've had this game. I'm counting both games, and it's always just been a running thing for me. I keep coming back, and I keep telling myself I'm not gonna pay the extra money just so I can play this little bit of content, right? I know I'll have some fun with it, but I just got tired, man, of shelling out the money left and right, playing different expansions, different add-ons, and really, were they expansions? Were they really expansions? I would have to argue that some of them were not really. I mean, they were probably maybe just a couple extra story missions and some new weapons and armor that weren't really I don't think worthwhile in general. But just really speaking, from my own experiences, the Taken King definitely was, I think, my favorite expansion to date. And when I talk about the future of Destiny, with this expansion that they have revealed known as Shadowkeep, the one thing that I have always said about Destiny and Destiny 2 in general is that I love the gameplay. I love not so much the story, but I just love going out and just shooting aliens. I mean, it's fun to me. The Taken, the Fallen, the Hive, the freaking Vex, all those different enemy types. Yeah, sure, some of them were just kind of reskinned for different expansions, but in the end, I just enjoyed shooting enemies. I mean, the gameplay feels so good to me. The gunplay feels so good. Just everything about it. But the one glaring issue that I always had with Destiny and Destiny 2 in general was I love playing this game so much, but give me something to play it for. So I would go out and I do these patrols, and I do these quests, and I do these bounties and all this stuff. But it just never felt rewarding enough. I would get some drops here and there, and maybe, randomly get an exotic, which happened once out of 1,000 times, right? So it just made me think that, man, I'm doing all this stuff, but I'm not getting rewarded really for what I'm actually doing. That was my biggest gripe with Destiny, is like, just give me something to make me want to do this content. Give me something that makes me want to go out and shoot these enemies. And from what I've heard so far with Shadowkeep, it seems that they're gonna try, Bungie specifically, because they did split with Activision, so I'm actually thrilled about that, because I feel like Activision was more on the corporate side of this, trying to make all the money, and Bungie just wanted to create something special. So now it's just Bungie, and I'm hoping, I'm praying, I don't think it's a guarantee yet, but I'm hoping for Bungie to come out and save this game, generally speaking. You can't see me right now, but I did an air quote when I said save this game, because in my mind, I don't really think it needs saving in its current state. I think it's actually better, and it's making strides, and I've seen it made strides, in my own personal opinion. If you guys think different, let me know in the comments, but I do personally think that they have made strides with this game. Again, my biggest concerns were having to pay for every expansion that came out. They're changing that, because now they're moving to an a la carte system, and it's basically going free to play with the Destiny New Light, right? So my whole thing with that is they're fixing that. They're adding more RPG elements. Now, they did call themselves an MMORPG. They're finally embracing this title that they wanted so hard to stay away from. And I think it's important that they are doing that, because now they're embracing what this game, I think, was meant to be in the beginning. Now, as I said in the beginning of this video, I'm not what I would call a hardcore player, but I'm also not a casual player. I do play this game quite regularly. It's just I don't get to do a lot of the team-oriented activities, especially raids, because it's hard enough to try to get 3 people of my, 2 people actually of my friends to play this game, let alone 6 or 5, counting me, plus me, but to play a raid. So in that aspect, I don't think I'm a hardcore player, but I generally feel that they are going to make huge strides with this game even further, especially with Shadowkeep. They're addressing the issue of adding, like I said, RPG MMO elements to where, hey, I may want to go grind for this weapon. I may want to go grind for these certain mods. Apparently, they're adding a new mod system, a reworked mod system, to where mods now, I think, drop, if I understood that correctly, from different activities and all kinds of stuff, and I'm excited for that. And they're also bringing back artifacts, although they say they may not call it an artifact system per se, but it's similar to what we had before, but with expanded elements, RPG oriented elements. And I'm just excited, because that kind of, I think, clears that up for me. Maybe I'll want to go out and shoot these enemies for more rewarding content, right? And enjoy the gameplay while I'm doing it. On top of that, as I mentioned before, they are adding Destiny New Light, which actually starts you back at the very first mission of vanilla Destiny, which I think is fantastic. But after that, after you complete it, you're open to basically, I think, they were saying like 85-90% of the game. You still have to buy certain things if you want to play content, but most of the stuff is open, especially if you want to try to just test the game out and see how you feel. Now, for me, that's huge, because I feel I may be able to bring back some of my friends who said, I'm interested in the game, I want to try it out, but I don't want to spend the money because I'm not that interested. Well, guess what? They can now do that. And on top of that, you have a cross-save feature. Now, I have a couple of my friends who has mentioned, oh man, I really would enjoy playing this game if I was able to play it on PC and you could play it with me on PC. Well, I couldn't at the time because I got it on Xbox and I've always had it on Xbox. But now, if I really wanted to try to throw in a little caveat for my friends and sugarcoat a little bit, I can say, hey, I would be willing to get the version Destiny on PC, so maybe that might drive them to play with me even more. Basically, I'm out here just trying to convince my friends as much as possible, in any way I can. So, but I do think if I understood correctly, you do have to pay if you're going to be doing cross-save and you want to get some extra expansions. You can do New Light for free on any platform you want, as many times as you want. But when I say that, I mean you could do it on all 3 platforms and not pay a single dime. But if you want the expansions, I think, if I understood correctly, you have to pay for those, which makes sense. But again, I am excited for this future content. And just final thoughts here, guys. So again, don't take my word as like, I myself am not very, I consider myself very average when it comes to playing Destiny. I don't think I'm professional or anything like that. I just wanted to jump on here real quick and kind of give my thoughts on a game that I have held very near and dear to my heart, and I've kept kind of quiet on as far as my opinion goes, because I knew eventually it would make kind of a comeback, and I think it has. Generally speaking, I love this community. I've never really had a negative interaction with anybody. I've actually met some decent friends that I would consider really good game teammates, through this game. So I love the community. I love the team at Bungie. It seems like they're really trying their best to make this game what they imagined it would be when it first came out, and I trust them. I really do. But I do have to say they have kind of hurt me over and over again with this game. But I think them splitting from Activision may change how this game moves forward. So final thoughts here, guys. I just would like to say that I am super excited for this new chapter in Destiny, which is Shadowkeep. It doesn't sound like we will be getting a Destiny 3, but for me, that's fine, because I feel like fix the game, and quote unquote again, air quotes again, fix the game and make it where Bungie, feels comfortable with it, and they feel like this is what we wanted all along, right? Get it to that point, and then worry about a Destiny 3, right? I'm not in a hurry for Destiny 3. I want to see Destiny 2 shine for what it truly can be. So again, final thoughts. I'm excited. I hope that Destiny 2 Shadowkeep can live up to what everybody's talking about, and all the expectations we have, because that's what this game has become. It's become a cornerstone for what we expect these kind of games to be, and how we expect these teams and these studios to respond with player criticism. So that being said, guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Let me know if you guys feel like there are some sort of instances where you've always had kind of a quarrel with Destiny and how it moved forward as a game. Let me know what you're still waiting to see from Bungie, and if Shadowkeep fixes that for you. What do you expect? Are you done with the game entirely? Are you over this whole paying money sort of thing and just tired of it? Have they pulled your last straw here? But anyway, just let me know what you think, guys. I just wanted to give my comments real quick. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Short Circuit. Go ahead and follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you would like. If you enjoyed this content, give me a subby sub, and I am out, guys.